Well, good evening, Tiger Nation and viewers from afar, and you have tuned in for a good one. It's going to be Lady Tigers softball hosting Butler County, the Lady Bears, coming into Lady Tiger Field on Thursday night. Cloudy, but should be fine for this one. And I'm actually joined tonight. We've gone straight to the top. We've got Principal Jonathan Bennett. JB, welcome to the broadcast.
Glad to be here. It's been a while. Did a couple of games last year, I believe, but first game this year, and had a rain shower come in a little bit earlier. Got the field just about ready to play, but we're excited for a beautiful night of Lady Tiger softball here at Lady Tiger Field.
Yeah, and for the Lady Tigers, hopefully a night of revenge, getting a win over Butler County, who knocked off the home team earlier this season, many games ago, really early in the year. And one thing we've seen from the home team, from the Lady Tigers, is some progress, and it's a night where if the lineup, if the bats are working, I think the home team can get it done.
Yeah, this team, of course, very young team, got some injuries they're kind of dealing with right now, but the first pitch swung on and driven into left field there. But main thing, we just got to get off to a good start, throw a lot of strikes, make routine plays. Earlier in the week, we had a 3-4 game at Edmonson County. It was a really good game, played 7 really clean innings. Not as much at Ohio County the other day, but hopefully we can do things right. And I will say this Butler County team, they're a hot-hitting team, and they're going to be aggressive early. So.
Yeah, that was fouled off, and Miley Franzel didn't even give us time to get the intro done before she singled into left.
Take at least one pitch for us here. Come on now.
I always thought you didn't swing at the first pitch.
Yeah.
It's one of those unwritten rules. I actually had some good fun recently on baseball and softball coverage, sort of a Lady Tiger takeover. Some of the players from the teams commentating on the other. So that was a lot of fun. We talked about the unwritten rules of the game a little bit.
Yeah, I've been a little busy here lately. Didn't catch that, but I may go back and check that later on. But
hey, sure.
Yeah, that's of course, baseball, softball. To a lot of people are boring sports, but there's a lot of quirky things, a lot of unique things that goes on during the game, and a lot of unwritten rules. But usually taking the first pitch of the game is one of those.
That's high in the infield. Should be routine. Lucas snags that one. And
Mallory's been our best defensive player this year by far. Of course, came all the way across the infield there to get that one. You'd like for our shortstop or our first baseman or second baseman maybe come in and catch that. But if you know anything about the field up here, the wind is always blowing, and it blows in different directions at times. So you may think it's your ball, but the wind may take it into somebody else. You just can't give up on that. And she did a good job of just going and getting that there.
Yeah, sort of up here on top of the hill. Get a good view around.
Wind is always blowing for sure.
And with arms out there, she's pitching now in her 15th game this season, her 11th start. She's got a lot of work in this year.
Absolutely. And just a freshman, but she's gotten, I think, better every game. And, again, I'm going to talk about that Edmonds County game a lot because it was such a good game, but she pitched a really good game. We made some plays behind her defensively, but she's a competitor. She's a multi-sport athlete. But, as she goes, we kind of go too.
This will be maybe a chance to get a ground ball and get to the dugout on a double play.
That'd be nice.
We've seen a few. I'll let this pitch come in at 3-1 on the way. There it is.
Ground ball.
A throw a little bit in the dirt. Had a chance. It would have been a tough throw over to first.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays. Like a double play would be nice, but you have to get an out right there. That's a difference in maybe a 0 or 1 run inning to a potential 3 or 4 or 5 run inning. So those are kind of the plays. Of course, we talked about how we're such a young team, but those kind of plays have kind of been biting us at times this year. But the effort's there. We just got to flush it and get the next batter here.
Yeah, you talk about a freshman pitching. Mallory ranging to make that catch. She's a freshman. Got a 7th grader behind the plate. That's up in the air.
Should be an infield fly.
Oh. Infield fly, but she's off the bag.
That'll be a double play.
Double play. You know what?
She's going to tag them all.
let's get 4 outs. I was waiting to make the point of we've seen some strange things this season, and you can add that to the list.
Very, very strange, but we will take it. I'm glad we're on the good end of that one.
Yeah, and that's it's going to be very rare, I guess, but base running, you got to know if it's a pop-up, you got runners first and second, it's in the infield, that umpire is going to make that call, and don't leave the bag on the dropped ball because you're not going to be double, the runner's out, so you're not forced out at third there, but caught off the bag.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, too. Butler, we talk about how young we are. Butler County's a super young team, too. Got a lot of middle schoolers, some freshmen. They have a few older girls, but for the most part, they're a super young team, too. And that's, experience goes a long, long way. And that ball right there, of course, we're up here in the press box. I couldn't hear the umpire. He may not have been super loud, but I saw him pointing.
Right.
That was kind of a in-betweener. But you'll see sometimes at the major league level or the college level, guys will drop balls on purpose to try to entice a runner to run. That wasn't the case, but it did work out for the Lady Tigers, exactly what they needed.
Yeah, sort of avoided that snowball threat that you were talking about.
Sure.
So now it's time, in the dugout. That's going to be a lift coming out of that. Maybe thinking, oh, goodness. But now you got Arms, Mitchum, Lucas. These are players that can get it done. Arms 340 on the season. Mitchum's 270, but she can really hit the ball. And then Lucas 429, having in a fine bit of form she is. So
yeah, Ava Arms has been she's been lead off most of the year. Got a lot of speed. You'll see her slap here. Really good hand-eye coordination. Good knack for the ball. Josie, of course, Josie didn't play last year, but a lot of Josie's line drives, they get caught and they don't show up as the batting average, but she hits a lot of balls hard. She's one of the most unlucky players on the team. And then Mallory's been our best player offensively, defensively. Hit a ball straightaway center field the other day at Edmonson County that got out of the ballpark, so it was good to see that for her too.
Yeah, and thinking about our park, you've seen a lot of games here. Would you say this is a pitcher's park, hitter's park? What we got here?
It can be both. It just honestly depends on the way the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
We've had games here where I don't think we've hit a home run here yet this year, but we've given up some home runs that were very wind-aided, just got up in the jet stream and kind of got out of here. But if the wind's blowing in, then it's definitely a pitcher's park. But it just depends on the wind, honestly.
I think the last game, or the game we did here before, called that one with Connor Willis and Adam Howell. That wind was really savage that day, blowing left to right. That's going to be into the net here. So it is
I will say the baseball field is a pitcher's park. It's got a lot of room out in that outfield, but 200 down the lines here, and I think it's 200 in center. I could be maybe 205 in center, but the foul ball there.
Yeah, off the net doesn't count. At the baseball field, you have that barn. I'm pushing let's call that, and you've heard this, they call it the Bennett barn. And let's give somebody 10 million Tiger tokens if they knock one off the Bennett barn.
Off the Bennett barn.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
That would be a hefty swing, but that'd be fun.
I'm good with it.
Carrying the bat, but.
One out. Up to the plate, number 23, Josie Mitchell.
We may need to, in order for that to happen, they may need to bring some bats back from the 90s. Those illegal bats. The Beser bats.
You were just talking about that. Josie, first pitch swing, hit the ball hard, just straight to the second base there.
Yep. Yeah, she's going to hit it. She's going to hit it as long as the umpire doesn't call strikes that are a foot outside, which we've seen at times this year. But
number 11, Mallory.
Josie and Mallory having a little chat before that one said.
I like it though. I love let's be aggressive. If it's in there, let's swing.
She's going to try to leg out a bunt. Throw gets away. She's going to go to third. Oh, going to be a throw, but she's in.
Inside the third. Two outs, runner on third for number 1, Ava Kate Bennett.
Now, Ava Kate Bennett stepping up to the plate. She's got a 304 average, 5 runs batted in this season. It'll be a good time for number 6. It's on the ground. The throw in time.
And that'll be
Looking at the positives, balls are in play. Nobody's striking out, looking, nothing like that.
our sponsors, BBTEL,
Both teams able to get it out and into play. That should make for an exciting watch.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about Butler County being aggressive. That kind of it kind of wears off on the other team at times too. You know, that one team's aggressive. Well, let's get out there and be aggressive too. So I hope the Lady Tigers continue to do that. Smith, the pitcher, she's just a 7th grader, but she's really, really good. Dominated the GRVC conference this past year. I think Butler County won the conference term, either first or second. I know they made a championship game, but she was a huge reason for that. She's going to throw a lot of strikes, but good game so far, fast game so far. So something's got to give at some point. But
yeah, somebody's got to win.
Yep, good pitching, good defense so far.
Can't have any ties in this game.
Cannot. What are your thoughts about ties? I know you're a big soccer guy.
Yeah. Well, I like having a winner. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm a part of some sports. Thankfully, in soccer, if it is a district game or in a tournament scenario, you have to have a winner. But
World Cup.
Yeah, we've had a few draws, and they go either way. Sometimes they can feel like wins. Sometimes they can feel like losses. Depends on how the game went. But you'd like to have a winner.
Can you have ties in pool play of World Cup?
Yeah, group stage.
Oh, yeah, group stage.
Yeah,
okay.
They'll tie.
Gotcha.
You know, we host the World Cup in 2026.
Oh, really?
USA, along with Canada and Mexico, but most games are here.
Okay.
Atlanta has games. So it's not too far away.
You going to make the trip to any of those?
I would like to.
Yeah.
I don't care who's playing. Doesn't even have to be United States. I'll get my Ghana flag out and be like, woo, let's go.
So how often do you host the World Cup?
Oh, we last hosted it, United States, in 1994.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha. It's
long time.
Potentially once or twice in a lifetime thing. I
Yeah,
guess.
they have to rotate it through all the different continents, all the
Okay.
different confederations. But I'll tell you, I'll fill you in later. On
Gotcha.
that. Just bring it up to me sometime.
Yeah, we should probably be talking about softball.
Yeah. But
I know a lot more about softball than I do soccer anyway. So
hey, I'd have your back.
Yeah.
I'd carry you.
yeah, I do enjoy watching soccer,
Yeah.
but that onside rule, I just don't get it. But nonetheless. Got a score from Hancock County. Tiger baseball is up 1-0.
All right.
Top of the third at Hancock. Looks like we got 2 runners on with 2 outs. I think it looks like Lance Poole's up to the bat, so hopefully we can get a few more runs there in Vastwood Park.
Did that game start at 6 or was it 5:30?
I think 5:30.
Because that'd be a
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, it had to be. As Mode's going to walk,
Taylor Smith.
reaching on the 4 straight pitches. And a courtesy runner out there for the Lady Bears as Smith steps in. Taylor Smith, that is. Now, I'm looking at the KHSAA roster. Number 23 is not on there. So that could be anybody. We'll see if we can get production on that one.
Number 23, Michael Jordan.
There's a good first pitch strike after that 4-pitch walk. Always nice to come back ahead. Taylor Smith hitting .214 on the season with 20 strikeouts, leading the team in striking out.
Oh, wow.
That ball got. Now, what was that? Was that maybe a different kind of delivery, maybe some kind of movement on it? Kind of got away?
It was her changeup. She she sometimes holds on to it too long and throws it like that. She's been throwing it really well here lately, but
on the ground, Lucas clean, looks the runner back. And the throw is in time, but not quite secured. That will put runners on first and second. Well, time for the infield fly, triple play.
There you go.
Coming up to the plate, number 1, Destin Wester.
Be two errors now.
Yeah, and that's
so
just
far.
Again, Mallory's been really, really good at shortstop, but at times we.
Oh, what a killed bunt!
There we go.
Yeah.
Out at first.
That was a close one, but a great bunt. Just didn't quite go anywhere. And good throw down. Got the runner. Did advance the 2 into scoring position now, though. So a hit to the outfield is going to be a 2-0 deficit. But with pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
There you go.
Dries in there on the season. I believe, if the stats are correct, she is hitless. 0 for 7. Small sample size.
Yeah. Freshman.
Yeah, from a Butler County standpoint, it'd be a good time for her first hit of the season. Pitch on the way. Close. Now, usually we're commentating Breck Live from behind the home plate, so we have I'm used to that strike zone view. Up here, it's really throwing me. On the ground, runner's coming home. Oh, and that throw gets away. It's going to score 2. You mentioned at the start of the broadcast, sometimes sort of self-inflicted situations come up to make it harder than it needs to be, and that one
good pitch there by Ava. And again, we keep going back. We got freshmen and middle schoolers out there everywhere, but they haven't hit a ball at the infield yet, and they've got 2 runs because just 2 throwing errors. So it just makes it tough. It makes it tough on your pitcher. It makes it tough on your offense to have to come back, but it is what it is, and just got to keep fighting. And when we make those plays, we're pretty decent. When we don't make those plays, it's hard to win.
0-2 now, ahead in the count. Something softball does that baseball will not do. The runner will almost taunt if there's a runner on first off the bag, and I guess they're trying to entice a throw and then maybe go, but that's a unique softball action. On the ground, a little flip to first. Runner comes around. No risk to throw it there, but runners are pretty aggressive on the softball diamond.
Yeah, especially your faster runners. The bases are so short, and you make one throw and you're gone. So
that's a foul ball.
Is this leadoff hitter here?
Yep, this is Franzel back up. So she's going to take at least 2 pitches this time.
Yeah,
first pitch.
She's aggressive.
Got on it last time. I mean, if it's there's no reason to just watch a strike.
She got that Easton Ghost Unlimited. You might as well put it to action.
Bat identification. Nice. That must be
I've bought a few softball bats over the past couple of years. Again, I know a lot more about those than I do soccer, so I feel like we can talk about that maybe.
Sure.
Ball.
I'll give you a softball bat question if you're playing let's say it's like a rec league slow pitch, same kind of bat, or they got different kind of bats? Different
bats made differently. There you go.
Oh, strike out.
That's 3 outs.
Yeah, that's the 3rd out. Get out of the inning. But yeah, you were talking about different bats.
Your slow pitch bats are a little bit heavier, most of the time end loaded. Softball bats are lighter. But I will say this: they're both made very, very hot, and they hit the ball very, very hard. Whereas we talked about the old baseball bats back in the late 90s, early 2000s. The bats were super hot, and they've dialed those back quite a bit in the baseball world. But softball bats are still very, very hot right out of the wrapper. Not real durable. You'll crack and break a bat about once a year, maybe even sooner than that. But
what was it? The Easton Ghost limited
unlimited,
edition?
yeah.
How much? You don't have to say how much that goes for, but you probably don't want to be cracking a bat that's got so many adjectives in its name.
You get one free replacement bat within a year, so.
Oh, really?
That's kind of the idea
good.
to try to make it to where you get one replaced. So kind of a 2-for-1 deal if you play your cards right.
Yeah, that's
I
good
hope the
to know.
Easton reps aren't listening to this right now. I might not get a free bat here in a few months.
Well, if they found us, thanks for watching. Although I will say, sorry, cut you off.
I'd say they probably got better things to do on a Thursday afternoon.
Talking about viewers, though, it's been some of our basketball games. We've had viewers from Singapore.
Wow.
Tell me how that works. What are y'all doing over there?
I don't know.
But anyway. Oh, the music's still going. We're at bat. We got a. I thought that, players might like that. Take some of the pressure off.
Off for the Lady Tigers will be number 7, Peyton Kennedy.
Fouls that one back. I believe it's 1-2. I think that first pitch was a ball, but I was just bobbing my head. Kennedy's in there.
Good eye.
275 on the season. You know what would be fun? You know how major league games, they'll have promotions, bobblehead.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We got any? I'm on site base. Can we get like a bobblehead night for something? That'd be cool. That's going to carry out a play.
I think. Okay, I think I know a Chad Johnston, assistant principal Chad Johnston, bobblehead night.
Hey,
we wouldn't have enough seats.
When Paul Skeens, he had Paul Skeens bobblehead night at the Pittsburgh Pirates, they were lined up all the way across the Roberto Clemente Bridge.
Were they really?
Yes, just for that, because Pirates last place in the NL Central at the moment. But the Chad Johnston bobblehead, you think could line up all the way to Irvington?
At least, maybe further.
That would be a nice memorabilia item as Kennedy walks to first.
Coming up to the plate, number 13, Marianne Coleman.
We might have to just settle for a Chad Johnston autographed Post-it note or baseball card.
We got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Autographed Post-it note sounds very doable.
That site-based budget's a little thin
towards
the end of the school year.
Yeah, we're headed almost to May. Post-it note would be right in the wheelhouse. It's 0-2 count now to Coleman, Marianne Coleman, freshman. Looking to get things going with a runner on, no outs. Good time to do it. Strikeout, runner's going, but the throw a little off. So heads up, base running from Kennedy, got into scoring position.
Coming up to the plate, number 3, your right fielder, Kaylee Pike.
I like the aggressiveness. That is one thing about this team here. There's a lot of team speed. Especially at the bottom of the lineup, you got, Peyton's fast. You got the Pike twins. They're both really fast. But that's one thing. We played some small ball. We played some small ball at Edmonton the other night, had a few bunts that turned into some runs. So that is one thing that the team has here. It's been a struggle to get on base, to use that speed at times. But looking for the future, that's one thing you can build on, because you know the old adage, you can't teach speed.
You can't. It's a lovely attribute in a team. In a team for sure. Like every now and then, somebody will be fast, but you got a lot of fast folks. You can really do some work in any sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1-2.
Oh, good pitch. Change up.
That'd be 2 outs now.
Coming to the plate, number 25, your first baseman.
Here's Kendall Carby, hitting 286 on the season. Got a chance to, again, you mentioned leaving runners on. The other at the previous games has been a kind of a problem. What's ooh? I hear you. Yeah.
Mm.
1-2.
Yeah, Kendall's had to fill in. The lone senior on the team, Avery Drain, sustained a concussion a few weeks ago, so Kendall's stepped in there and done a really fine job at first, and 4 for 14 so far. So she's gotten a little bit better each game here. She swings. She normally puts a bat on the ball. So,
I mean, 7th grade, 4 out of 14, 286. That's a good average.
Not bad.
That's a strikeout to in the bottom second, just like the top second. As we come into the third, 2-0.
Reminder, concession stand is open. Head over and get you something to eat. They'll take care of you. Hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, popcorn.
As our
drinks, candy.
sun is shining high in the sky.
Yeah, sun just popped out, didn't it? Baseball score, they're still up 1-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th at Hancock County. Looks like Tristan Wicker is on the mound for us. Of course, he's the staff ace this year, just a sophomore. Has pitched really, really well for the Tigers. Looks like he's pitching well again tonight. So they'll be back in action again tomorrow night here at Tiger Field, weather permitting. But it's the first district games of the year for the Tigers. Meade County and Hancock County have both played. Meade County's won two I think, one-run games against Hancock. So
very tightly contested district.
Yeah, it's been like that for a few years, and we feel like we've got the pitching and the team to do it this year. But Meade County's kind of the same way. And
ooh, that ball was tattooed down the third base line by Hunt and stopping at first. That got on Mitchum quickly.
Yep, that's why they call it the hot corner down there. That ball was on her hot.
You were talking about weather permitting, and I know that, the district, they'll schedule those baseball games back-to-back days to keep the pitchers from being able to go. As that one on the ground. Mitchum, nice glove. Throw to first. Little high. Runner goes to third. So now it'll be runners on first and third.
Up to the plate, number 13, Jenna Tones.
They had the runner in motion there, and Josie went and caught that. She wanted to go to second, which would normally be the play, but the runner was going, and then she had to move and throw to first, and just a tough play there.
Yeah, these baselines are, especially if you got somebody fast, they can get down in a hurry. That throw goes. Runner didn't go. Scoring position now. One-oh. That's going to be fair down the left field line. It gets by into the corner, and she's going to try for third, be standing up.
2-run score for the Butler County Bears.
That was Tone.
She's a good hitter. She's a really good hitter.
Yeah, Jenna Tones. And here's Mode. She walked in her last at-bat. It's now 4-0.
Got a different number than what she has on.
Run does cross.
Got it first. Better runner scores. Up to the plate, number 19, Taylor Smith.
The hard part against this Butler County team, you can't relax. You got to move on to the next play. They're just so aggressive.
Yeah, they're all swinging.
First pitch every time.
That's a good snag over at first. Good throw by Lucas. Get that out, second out of the inning. Yeah, you would hope sometimes you face a team that there might be a few people you're like, okay, they're probably not going to be so quick to put it in play, but like you say, no breathing.
Yep.
Gotta keep at it. Another first pitch swing. Nice glove from Mitchum. And good scoop at first. There we go.
Out at first from the third out. So now before the Lady Bears put 3 on the board.
So somewhere before things get too much of a hole, getting too big of a hole, got to get some runs. Start chipping away.
Yeah, I mean, and even, win or lose, this season is kind of a rebuilding year. It's kind of,
Sure.
We lost Ashlyn White from last year. You lost Skylar Henderson, who's playing college softball. You lost Olivia Dennis, just the nucleus of that team. And you lost some other players who just decided not play this year. So you just don't have a lot of varsity experience coming back. So it's kind of a rebuilding year. So even in games like this, if you can keep it at 5-0 for a while, score a few runs, like a 5-2 defeat is a lot better than a 15-1 defeat or something like that. So it's hard, especially with a young team, but this team, they're not going to give up. They're going to keep fighting, and they're going to keep. They've all had good attitudes. They've all been great teammates, and
that's no small achievement, because sometimes when things aren't going well, it's easy to see a team sort of turn. But to not do that, it's a good group.
Great group of kids.
There's Carly Pike in there, lefty. I have her in English this year, and I was talking to her. I didn't know she was left-handed until I saw her play softball. Like, I guess I need to pay more attention to write. We don't really write, though. A lot of typing.
Gotcha.
So, got to bail myself out.
Yeah, she's all left-handed, and I think sister's all right-handed. So
what a diving grab!
Are you kidding me?
Great contact by Pike, and I mean maybe 9 out of 10, 19 out of 20 times that's going to drop in for a hit. But my goodness!
And then it just seems like things like that just kind of happen to us.
Yes, people.
The other night at Edmonson County. Of course, it's a 1-run ball game. Mallory just hits a home run, and Ava just popped it up there.
Oh, a little basket catch out there in center.
But Josie hits a ball down the left field line that the left fielder dives for, and could have been fair, could have been foul. Umpire calls it foul, so I mean, it's just literally a game of inches at times.
Wow.
And we just haven't been on the good end in a lot of those plays. But you got to give Nice Winter credit. I mean, It was a heck of a play.
That was a wonderful grab. It's 1-0 now. It's Mitchum. She grounded out to second on a hard hit ball in her first at bat. Ooh, if she'd made contact with that, we need to get some new lights at the tennis court. Which is nice to have those this year.
Very nice.
Got under that to second base, popped out. That'll do it.
3 down for the Lady Tigers.
As the Lady Bears, they're going to be
After 3, Lady Bears 5.
Coming in that dugout. Talk about this all the time. That you want to be in the dugout. That's where the fun is in the game. And when you got a young team hitting as well as they are, they're going to have a lot of success.
Yeah, and now we talked about this is kind of you've played about half the game here. Let's kind of forget everything. Let's pretend like things are 0-0 here, and let's see which team comes out and finishes this thing. It could, as the team who's ahead, you're wanting to try to score more runs, try to extend that lead, kind of put your put your foot on the pedal there, so to speak. But as the Lady Tigers, you want a 1-2-3 inning, get back in the dugout and hit a while yourself. Yeah. So
got a little sense of humor from the in-house production crew. Feel the rain on your skin.
Oh, I get it.
Looking out there to center field. That's next level PA work.
It's not his first rodeo.
I guess the rest of this game is still unwritten if you think about it.
There you go. Still 1-0 down at Hancock County for the baseball team, top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Dries coming in.
I was getting ready to say this. Ava's thrown a couple that I don't know if it's a curveball, it's moving, but they're so aggressive. You almost want to be like, hey, let's sit up outside, maybe throw a few balls and see if they chase a little bit, because they've chased a few pitches.
Yeah.
They're so aggressive. Just use that against them if you can.
Especially when they get around to the top of their order.
Yeah, the leadoff hitter, what's her name?
Franzel.
Yeah, I mean,
Miley Franzel.
She swung at every pitch so far, I think. So
Yeah.
throw some balls, see she might swing and get herself out.
And that's something that you talking about experience, young pitcher. Would that be something that during the game that the pitcher would just do, or would it be a call from the coach?
It could be either. Yeah. At this age, probably more a conversation from the coach, but
nice knocking that down by arms and getting
go.
that out at first.
That's a good play over there, because I know our fans back home can't see this, but the sun is directly in Kendall Carby's eyes over there. So, and I don't know. I can't see shifts. I don't think she has sunglasses.
She does not. I have terrible vision, but I don't think I see sunglasses. Do they make sunglasses contact lenses? Just kind of thinking out loud here. Could be an invention.
I think you're on to something here.
It's probably already out. That transition lens contact, that could be my retirement.
We don't want you retiring right now.
Well, I think you'll beat me to that as these things go.
Although I do have an invention that I do think would
we don't talk about it.
Would take the softball and baseball world by storm.
If Easton's listening, don't say it.
I've seen a lot of coaches this year who can't hit fly balls, pregame fly balls.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody needs to invent some type of bat that just makes it easy to hit routine fly balls. I don't know what it is.
Maybe from the guy who made the torpedo bat comes the pop-up.
Is that still legal? Are they still using those?
As far as I know, now I haven't.
I don't watch a lot of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, they. I know that at the start of the season, Yankees had them. Mm-hmm. They follow the rules of what a bat is, and I believe the commissioner's on record saying he loves them.
Okay.
So, Rob Manfred, I think, commissioner.
There we go.
Strikeout.
Strikeout for arms.
I kind of grew up a Bud Selig guy.
Sure.
Miley Franzel.
Here's Franzel. I don't want to bet you anything, but will she swing? I'll say no, just for the.
I say yes.
Just for the drama. Well. Oh, good. Lucas able to field it. Oh, that was so close. Oh.
Can we go to instant replay on there?
You know, if we had a desktop,
okay,
we can make it work. I was somebody asked me that on a recent broadcast, and the software we have can in fact do it, but this laptop, I'm afraid, would not handle it well. But that was close. You can rewind it on your YouTube at home.
I believe I will.
Almost, trying to get in the mind of an umpire. First of all, who would be an official? But if a play like that, what a great play.
Yeah.
Give that out.
And if you can't get home cooking, what kind of cooking can you get? I mean, we need give us a break here.
Yeah. Especially we've had some throws that weren't quite there. That one, come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Gotta give that one. And we've seen some. Well, I'll get to that maybe between innings, if I remember. That was drop, and that's going to be a advance the runner to third. There.
Runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Scored is
number 5, Calvin Smith.
Yeah, 2 outs. Smith up there. She's not an easy out. Runners now first and third.
It's a big bat here because you got Tomes on deck there.
Lucas, good effort, not able to secure it, and you called it. Now you've got a hitter that Jenna Tomes can mash the ball. Got 2 runners on. Already hit one that got to the fence earlier. Dangerous territory here.
I think Mallory was breaking towards second there. They had a runner in motion and just hit it right where she was.
Whew. Good cut. Fouled that away.
Baseball team scored a run there, 2-0.
All right.
Top of the 5th with 1 out. Looks like we got 2 runners on base.
Sounds good. Oh, good pitch. 0-2. This would be a nice confidence builder.
Yeah.
Get a strikeout on Tomes. Even just to get out of the inning at this point.
Sure.
Runner goes. There it is. Strike 3.
Nice.
Bottom 4. 6-0.
All right.
Only 1 run in that
Butler County Bears.
top half.
Top of the 4th. But the score is now 6-0.
And this is just,
Coming up to the plate.
you run out of time. See, one of the things I enjoy about baseball, softball, there is no clock.
There is no clock.
So you've got as much chance as the other team. Can't hold the ball.
You can't hold the ball. You can't run the clock out. And in baseball and softball, you've got I'm wanting to say how many outs are there? 21?
Yeah.
You got to get 21 outs. If 20's not enough, I mean, it's the only sport where there's really not a clock, and you got to go out there and you just got to do it. And the game is never over, and it's a game of momentum. It's a game of ebbs and flows. But right now, the Lady Tigers just need to see a run across the board. Just get a little bit of momentum here, just a little bit of confidence, and honestly, really, I mean, Ava Arms has pitched a really good game. As aggressive as Butler County is, they've had a few line drives, a few balls that have dropped here and there. We haven't done a good job of just making plays and getting off the field.
Yeah. A few of those throws that were not made, and this is a 0-0 ball game.
It easily could be a 1-0, 0-0 ball game right now. But it's not. It's 6-0, and it's not over. You got to claw away. I mean, Smith's going to throw strikes. We're not striking out. I mean, we're putting the ball in play. We just got to try to find some holes and get some things going here.
You know, once again, I'm drawn to the in-house music. Thunderstruck. Nice. Hopefully not for us. Hopefully not. Lucas at the plate. I wonder what they have for us next inning. They're going to run out of weather music eventually. A quick 0-2 to Lucas, who is a strong batter. Really hard to get her out. But
change speeds on her there. Her changeup is really good. She hasn't thrown it but a few times, but we've swung and missed every time she's thrown it. She's a really good 7th grade pitcher.
Probably hear her name for years.
I'd say so. And she doesn't do a whole lot of, not a whole lot of motion that you see with some softball pitchers. It just kind of just gets it and just goes.
Oh, off the upper arm. Bennett gets to first, gives a little life to the inning. Peyton Kennedy coming up. She walked in her first at bat.
Normally has a Kersey runner for Ava Cates.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hallie McKinney heading over there to first to Kersey run.
Do catchers wish they got to run the bases?
Well, as a former catcher, I was always okay with somebody coming in and running for me.
Oh, Kennedy, good shot into the gap out there in right center.
Go.
McKinney, she's being waved home. It might be a little late now. Throw's coming in. Oh, ooh. Okay, we got to. Oh, I'm afraid. Oh, safe. Call safe.
Runner safe at third.
What did he do? Did he call her out?
He called her safe. Oh, she's safe. He looked like he said safe, and then he pointed at the bag, and then it looked like he made the out sign. And then McKinney stepped off the bag really quick, stepped back on. Well, she's safe.
Okay.
What a hit from Kennedy.
Sure.
Great shot.
Number 13, Marianne Coleman.
Coleman, chance to come up big here. Inside. That was a risky call to send McKinney because the relay was coming in, but it all worked out. Almost disastrous. Oh, it's on the ground, through into right field. One run score. And they're going to hold Kennedy.
Go.
But now she's coming in. The bat's in the baseline. I don't know if that caused her to maybe hold up. But runners on second and third as Coleman driving in some runs. You talk about momentum. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
I mean, it's a completely different game right now.
A little high. Yeah, you have Kaylee Pike, Kendall Carvey, Carly Pike, and then Ava Arms. You'd love to see Ava get back out there.
Oh.
Yeah, swinging at that one. A little high. Chasing that high pitch sometimes happens. It's
yeah. And again, we're aggressive too, and sometimes you swing at bad pitches, but
yeah, this is a moment.
You got to shake it off and get to the next one.
Goes for a bunt now, 1-2. We were talking about some don'ts in the diamond sports, and bunting with 2 strikes is usually on the don't. However, we've seen some calls to do that in both softball and baseball here at Breckenridge County in the past year with varying success.
If you've got somebody up there that you can trust that's really good with the bat, then you'll maybe do it from time to time, but it doesn't look like Coach White's going to do it right here with Pike.
It's going to be 2 outs now. That's Carby coming in.
Number 25, your first baseman, Kendall Carby.
You know, I'm just going to say, I love her batting gloves. Vivid.
They are very vibrant.
Vivid, very vibrant. That's alliteration right there.
Yes, it is.
On the ground to short. Oh, the throw's in time.
Route number 3, but not before the Lady Tigers get a run on the board.
You know, one of my
6-1.
something
Lady Bears.
I love in life is when people mumble something just loud enough for you to hear it because they want you to hear it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Good song.
My goodness. I wonder, we need like a you know how Spotify will tell you like how many times you listen to a song? How many times this song been played at Lady Tiger Field? This number 1?
This might be number 1.
First time. Okay.
It is not on my Lady Tiger softball Spotify playlist.
Ooh,
I can tell you that.
Unapproved. I just hope that the folks out in the bleachers are appreciating this audio masterclass.
I think all 8 of them might be appreciating it.
Any recent baseball updates as we
still 2-0, bottom of the 5th.
Okay.
Hancock County's got 1 runner on, 2 outs.
Here's Mode up to plate.
What was that first pitch?
That was a first pitch ball.
Ball? Okay.
Yep.
Was too busy taking a gander at the baseball screen over here. Umpire a little fidgety on that one.
Well,
we've noticed that a lot this year.
Yeah. And even out in the field, with that third base out safe out safe.
Mm-hmm. Good pitch.
Sometimes I do wonder. I don't know if I would. Okay, I'd like to ref high school soccer, but I don't want to stop coaching.
Right.
And you can't do both. It'd just be a lot of fun.
Good pitch.
I'd love to get people mad. Not on purpose. Just it's going to happen. That's a byproduct of being an official.
Absolutely.
2 strikes now. Oh, knocked it down. Still got a chance. Got her.
Good play.
Got it first.
And that's something that I like about Arms in this game. She might not be fielding them cleanly, but she stays with it and makes that throw.
She fields her position very, very well. And again, she's a super competitor. She'll do what it takes.
Do high schools do sort of like a regional Gold Glove? Do they do that?
I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
Come on. What are we doing?
I don't know. Maybe Breck Live should put some Gold Glove awards up there.
Yeah, we've seen. That's not a bad idea. I'll do that. We'll start that. Probably won't carry much clout in the wider world, but you got to start somewhere. That's a good hit through from Smith. Will hit ball, runner on first. Yeah, I think Arms for pitcher, making a good case for that. Lucas at short tonight has had some good plays.
Yeah.
If Nicewinder plays left field like that every game, there you go. But all right, we'd have to take in a lot more games.
Yeah, we would.
It would be very home cooked. You're like, well, 8 of the 9 positions from Breckenridge County High School, which I'm sure would endear us to people.
And Destin Nicewinder, outfielder.
It's 2-0 now.
I think that was her out there. I'm not sure. Good pitch.
Foul ball. As Wester in there.
Tiger baseball game has moved to the top of the 6th at Hancock County. 2-0 Tigers.
Straight back. Thank goodness for nets. There is I will point this out. There's a hole in the net down at the bottom, but you nod like you already knew.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I'm not real.
Okay.
I don't think about it until I walk past it, and I don't really have anything to fix it.
Strike looking.
Pitch.
Good pitch. There's actually Adam Howell and Connor Willis were with me for the Whitesville game, and Adam's right in front of that. And so there was a foul ball straight back. He's like, don't worry, guys, these nets are solid. Then we were like, oh my goodness. And he's like, I think I'm going to shift a little.
Number 17.
Okay, there's a pinch hit situation, but Jenna Tomes is on number 17 on KHSAA, but she's wearing number 13 tonight. We'll try to find out.
Shelby McDaniel.
It's going to be Shelby
McDaniel.
McDaniel. Well found. That was quick.
Number 17, Shelby McDaniel.
I've got a scores card sent from the coaches. There's a few numbers that have changed. I think that's one of them.
Yeah, usually I'll go some long drawn out sentence to try to buy some time. You had it right there.
Right there.
I need to be more succinct. 1-0. Oh, throw down to now. The baseball guys were talking about a left-handed catcher adds a different sort of wrinkle, I guess, to the game from the right hand. You don't really see too many, but
you don't see as many as what you saw 10, 15 years ago. It was kind of a fad, I guess. And really, there's not too many times to where it's a disadvantage, but one thing I do like is you've got that right hand up on that outside corner, and it's easier to frame the ball from a left-hander.
Ooh, that knocked it down. That should be a good play.
There we go.
Well done
Good job,
by
Kendall.
Carby, because that ball was moving. And, yeah, you're saying that's a good – maybe get that outside pitch called. And Lady Tigers hanging in.
Hanging in.
6-1. We will see some top of the order potentially this inning. Excuse me. Definitely this inning, I should say.
Got 9-1-2 coming up.
Where was your favorite spot to bat in the order?
I normally hit in the 4 hole, but honestly, I like batting third more than I did fourth because there were lots of games. Like my last high school game, the game ended with me standing on deck. I didn't get a chance to be the hero. I won't mention who got out, but it was somebody somebody that I shared a bedroom with growing up, and also share the same DNA with. But that's it's funny you mentioned that. Lots of teams nowadays they'll bat their best player leadoff because statistically over the course of a season and over the course of a game, the 1 and 2 positions are going to bat more times. They're going to come up late innings. Aaron Judge has hit leadoff or second for the Yankees over the past few years, and just traditionally he's a 4-hole hitter. Your leadoff hitter is somebody fast who can get on base. 2-hole hitter, somebody who can bunt, can work the bat a little bit. But things are just so different nowadays than they used to be. But I may have been a leadoff hitter if I still played without the speed.
They're going to think we didn't hear, but that was the artist formerly known as Prince.
Blame it on the rain.
Oh, Pike on the ground. She's going to try to leg it out. Close play, but just out.
Out number 1.
As the top of the order comes back.
Back to the top of the lineup. Number 0. Your pitcher.
What was the score in your last game when you almost had a chance to get in there?
3-1. Yep.
Anybody on base?
I can't remember that part.
It's all good. It's arms in there. 0-1 to her. That's straight to the shortstop. Contact's there tonight.
Yeah.
Number 2, up to the plate. Number 23, Josie.
Here's Mitchum. 2 outs now. Good time for a 2-out rally. There's never a bad time for a 2-out rally.
Right. Oh, get down.
Yeah, it's
Foul ball.
Just looking off the end of the bat, just away.
Baseball game has finished 6 full innings. Tigers up 2-0 still down at Hancock County.
3 outs away.
There
That's
you go.
A shot
Go
to
ball.
left center.
Go ball.
And over the fence. Out of here. Get to use the rarely used home run graphic as Josie sends one over to start the 2-out rally. Very nice.
Josie said, "You know what? I've had so much bad luck this year hitting line drives. I'm just going to hit it over the fence."
Yeah, and something else, the wind is not really blowing. That was all power. Yeah, all power. Hey, let's back to back. Let's go.
Yeah. This team doesn't have a whole lot of power, but the power we do have is right there and right here. So it would be nice to go back to back.
You know, as a pitcher, that's got to be on your mind. You just gave up a home run, and you have somebody with Lucas's resume coming into the box. 6-2 now.
Good eye.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it. Obviously, you'd love a home run, but even just a solid base hit, keep this rally going.
Well, and, you know, we talked about Smith. She's a 7th grader. You know, everything's been kind of smooth sailing, but you hit a home run, you get, you know, a few other runs on base. You just never know how she's going to respond to that.
Yeah, a little look to the side. A little worried they've got Toto queued up for the next next inning. You might hear it right now. It's going to take a lot to drag me away from this game.
Full count, Coach.
Three-two pitch, fouled it off. Hey, if you're going to swing, get some contact on that pitch.
I think that ball may have hit her if she had swung at it.
More of a defensive protection swing. You hear the dugout for, I believe that's Butler County's, but it's hard. Sound up here it's hard for me to tell where it's coming from. Hello. That might have broken the window without that net. And we host something softball related this year, do we not?
We host district baseball and softball.
Okay. Yep. I don't know why I thought we had softball region. Am I just dreaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when we're on the list to host softball region. I've got it in my office, but of course we hosted baseball last year.
Very successful hosting as well.
Trying to petition to host the baseball every year or more times than not. We'll see how that goes.
That's going to be high. It's foul. Yeah, carried foul. Will she run across the mound?
You know, regardless how this at bat ends up, it's a good piece of hitting so far from Mallory. She's fouling off pitches that aren't hitters' pitches, and hopefully she'll get one to hit right here. But that was a really good changeup right there. Fouled it off, and you just live to see another pitch here.
She's going to get to first. Keeps the rally happening. As Bennett steps in.
Coming out to first. Number 1.
Hitting over 300 coming into this game.
Bennett.
Infield really in. Okay, there's that taunting on the base path. What's the advantage of playing so far in here? Like, are they worried she's going to drop a bunt down?
I guess. Get through there.
Oh.
Shoot.
Well, caught, and the flip was maybe a risky move, but the chipping away is there. But, again, we've said this so many times. Contact was there.
Yeah. You know, the frustrating part, and we talked about this earlier, but we've put a couple runs on the board. We've left, I don't know, half a dozen runners on base. We just make those plays early in the game, the routine, and even a couple 50-50 plays. And then, I mean, it's a 2-0, 2-1, 2-2 ball game right now, but we just it's kind of been a struggle this year digging ourselves out of holes like this, but then again, you know, you got two innings left, and you got to come out, get some outs here, and try to get back in the dugout and see what happens.
Yeah, at the very least, you will at least have arms with one more at bat. So a couple other runners get on, do something in the bottom sixth. Hey, we could be watching a classic, and as they used to say on ESPN, an instant classic.
And there you go again. You're getting towards the end of the game, and that leadoff hitter is going to come back up to bat. So it's a huge deal to have your good hitters batting first and second and third.
Looks like for Butler County, coming in to hit, looks like number 9, who is not on KHSAA, but I know somebody who's got the quick data.
Eliza Lynch,
number 9. That's very nice. It's Butler County going into the bench here. Now, I don't
what's wrong with that pitch?
I don't really have, like I said, my vantage point's a little off, but I don't know. I feel like that was in there.
Well, the girl's not very tall, but he caught a strike on Ava Kate last half inning that was right at her letters, so.
Uh-oh. I think it might be the 4th pitch there, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I missed one. I think I was inputting her name into the game changer here.
Well, you've got I've got total confidence in your ability to do multiple things at once. A bunt. It's down. This play is made. Yeah. That's what both teams wanted to do right there. Just get the out, though, because a couple times this game, that routine play wasn't there. But
right.
Now it is, so that's good. If you're trying to come back.
Well, you just got to take what the play gives you there. And
yeah, you'd never turn 2 on that. And if you try a quick throw to second, that's going to maybe sail into the outfield. You don't want to do that. Not when there's a chance to get back in it. It's 0-1 now. To Hunt.
I don't want to jinx things, but pretty fast game so far.
Yeah, we started at 6 o'clock. It's just after 7. Don't you put the hex on it like that Campbellsville baseball game? There'd be a lot of folks upset.
If that happens here, though, we'll take it, though.
Yeah.
It means we've come back and we put things in extra innings.
Yeah. That means we'd be here till, 10:30?
How long was that game?
4.5 hours.
Oh, my gosh. I knew it was long. I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we played varsity and JV softball that night, about the same length as that one varsity baseball game.
Fair ball. I only say she was off the bag. Nice catch. Nice way to stretch and get it. And I thought she may have kept her toe on it just enough, but that might just be my home optimism.
Yeah, I think she had to pull, had to come off there.
But yeah, that Campbellsville game started at 4, and they finished, or 4:30, excuse me. They finished a little bit after 9.
Wow.
I mean, I'm enjoying this immensely, but 10:30. Oh, if we won, let's go.
Sure.
I've got time a little.
That is one of those games, though. If you do lose, it's gut wrenching.
Yes.
And I think we had several chances to win that game too.
Mitchum looks the runner back, tagged out.
Kendall.
Good job. Heads up. All around. Good work. Runner does advance to second, but 2 outs now. But it is Tomes in there. Yeah, that was a week of baseball games that were all just edge of the seat. A couple walk-offs. And then that game, the extra inning marathon. I think you may have some good news from Hancock County baseball game.
Top of the 7th at Hancock County, baseball team's up 3-0. Looks like got 2 runners on with no outs. Lance Poole up to bat.
Added to that lead, and
they've changed pitchers. They started with a lefty, and they got a right-handed pitcher in there. It looks like he's struggling a little bit, so maybe we can take advantage of that. Good pitch.
Good pitch. 1-2 now.
Big at bat, big pitch right here.
Yeah, she struck her out last time, too. Big moment here in this game.
Good pitch.
Yeah, good pitch, good swing, staying alive.
Hot dogs are available maybe at a discount.
Oh.
Looks like Lance Poole cleared the bases for the Tigers.
Okay.
With a bases clearing triple. Tigers up 5-0 down at Hancock. That was a ball right there, but I like that pitch. It was it was a slider, curveball. I'm not sure what you call it in softball, but she tried to get her to chase, and she held back on it. But I love that pitch there.
Nice work behind the plate, keeping that in front, because that was, I believe, Lynch at third, itching to come home. But it is full count now. You know, putting her on is not the worst thing. Ooh.
Going right at her.
Yeah. Because if you walk Tomes, you wouldn't want to do it intentionally, but that's better than the alternative of giving up a hit.
Right.
That's into center field, tracking. Oh, it just drops in. 2 runs are going to score. Tomes staying on first. You hope it'd hang up there a little more, or it was.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard sometimes get a read on things, and now it's 8-2. Still not out of the question, but
yeah, that's
runners going.
That's why, I mean, that's just a really good at bat by her. I mean, Ava made several really good pitches. She just kind of fought that off and found a hole out there, and you just got to kind of tip your cap at that point.
Tomes is not going on that one. Not as much empty space behind home plate here is over at the baseball field.
Right.
Any pass ball over there, you probably just jog to the next base.
Wow. Yeah, our baseball foul territory, we've noticed it when they were first putting the field together and putting the turf out there. It's about as much foul territory as you'll see anywhere. I mean, it is a ton of foul territory.
Oh!
That's 3.
Third out, yeah. Gold glove. Another.
Gold glove arms.
Hey!
I'm telling you, though, she is a bulldog. She's not scared of anything.
Yeah.
A lot of girls get that ball hit back at them. They're jumping out of the way. They may never even think about pitching again, but she's not scared. She's tough as nails. But going back to the baseball foul territory, and you'll see the same thing here on the softball field. What you have with that is every seat in the place, every chair in the place, you can see the entire field because the field is kind of pushed out more.
And that's what you want. You want to see the game.
On the softball field, the dugouts are way down the lines. Like they're past the bases, which you never see. You go to places like Meade Olin Park or these other places where the dugouts are way close to the field, where there's place, if you're on one side of the bleachers, you don't know what's going on because the dugout's in the way. But here at Lady Tiger Field, no matter where you're sitting, you can see the entire field. So it makes the experience so much better.
Yeah. You know, there's a chance, you know, with the sun out, we might see a rainbow. But to have that, you have to really have rain and sun at the same time. So the question, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
I have.
Okay.
I sure have. I'm hoping I can see a rainbow tonight, you know.
Yeah.
Starting things off, number 3, your right fielder, Kaylee Pike.
Might send Coach Morgan to see if he can find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Pike up the middle.
There we go.
Good start. First swing. Hey, don't put the lid on this game just yet.
Peyton Kennedy with her second hit of the night.
Oh, I thought it was. Sorry, I called that Kaylee Pike. Excuse me. It's a team effort here at Breck Live. Kennedy, another good hit. She hit that shot to the gap in right center. That one right up the middle. I think Ava Arms probably would have fielded that one, but it was through.
Yep.
Quick 0-2 here. Chance for the Lady Tigers to keep their streak of scoring and innings going. 1-2 now. You know, you think Callan Smith will go the distance? You think they'll leave her out there for the whole game?
Yeah, I think so. She didn't pitch against us the first time, but I've watched their scores a lot. She's been pitching a lot more here lately, so depending on the score, they could potentially bring somebody else in, but she's shown no signs of wearing down at this point, so I'd say they'll probably roll with her. Unless we can put a few more runs up on here, and they may make a change.
She's got a favorable count here, 1-2. Woo!
Get down.
I was tailing away. Had to lean up. Sorry if I leaned in your field of vision.
You're good.
But Coleman. Almost.
Marianne's done a good job tonight. Of course, most of Smith's pitches have been on the outside part of the plate, but have just going with the pitch, and her last hit was between first and second there.
Runner's going. Under the tag. Good slide. I thought she was going to be out, but.
And they've got a new catcher than the last game. This catcher here is a seventh grader. She's really good, but she's young, and I'm not sure if the other catcher's hurt or what's going on there.
Yeah, maybe just trying something new.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's Kennedy's second stolen base. I think she stole last time too, right?
Yeah, she can get around the bases. And that's not bad from a home team standpoint. You know, we were talking about if some of these batters towards the bottom of the order can get on, that gives the top of the order some damage potential. And so far, 2 for 2. Here's Kaylee Pike. They're keeping that aggressiveness going. You think you could get it maybe 3 runs or so? That'd be touching distance for the last or all of it, but you can get it something here.
Yeah.
Thought about a bunt. Now down 0-2. You know, you mentioned the game's been a fast one. You can't have a fast game without quick at bats. These girls are in and out of that box.
Yeah. Yep. I'd say Butler County doesn't play very many long games. And we've been more aggressive, I think, tonight than we've been most of this year, too. So
it's on the ground. Pike does get to first. Ooh, she rounded the bag, but they didn't look for that.
I don't know if she thought the ball was in the outfield or what. But.
Yeah, she made that. You know, you're not supposed to turn that way. You become active. But no harm done other than the out. But it did drive a runner to third. We're going to see. Will we see a squeeze here?
Just got word. NFL draft going on tonight. Former Miami quarterback Cam Ward has been taken first by the Tennessee Titans. which is unfortunate for former Kentucky quarterback Will Levis because he is the current Tennessee Titans quarterback. But
hey, that's the business. That's the nature of the biz.
Oh, we got a trade going on. Well.
Quick pitch. Yeah. Nice way to foul it off.
Y'all let me know when the Chiefs are up to pick. We are not looking for a quarterback, however.
Runner going. Oh, she's going to be out.
Oh.
And then with the throw to second, you figured you'd see the runner go home. Well, now it's the dynamic of the inning changes dramatically. First and third, 1 out. Third base, 2 out. And there's the strike 3 to get out of the inning. That was just a very quick shift in momentum.
And as far as being aggressive there, I like being aggressive. You know, we talked about the 7th grader catching here. We've stolen a few bases tonight. It took a really good throw and a tag to get her out at second, but yeah, that's one of those things. Yeah. They were basically saying we're going to give up a run for an out. All right, we're going to throw through. If you score from third, no big deal. We're still going to have a 5-run lead, but Lady Tigers just didn't capitalize right there. And again, I mean, young team, inexperienced team, you'll have that kind of stuff. I'm sure Coach White and Coach Thornhill probably take note of that, and I'd say next practice they may be working on first and third situations offensively. So,
and you'd like to see that if you had to have it happen in a game like this versus a district tournament game, regional tournament game, you iron it out in the regular season. Long seasons, these diamond sports, plenty of time to work on that stuff.
And the good news about baseball, softball is there's always going to be another game next day or a few days later. So, as long as the weather cooperates.
Yeah, so far. Kind of surprised that they haven't said anything here. But Smith, first pitch swing, Mitchum, under it.
There we go.
Love a 1 and pitch out if you're the defense.
Even better than that, 2-pitch, 2 outs.
2-pitch, 2 out. And that's one of those things, if you have a 2-pitch, 2 out, you can't swing at the third one.
Right, another unwritten rule, yep. We may see that this
year. In Butler County.
She messed it up.
I know. Swing at that. Pop out real quick.
Up to the plate, number 1, Destin Wester.
Well, there's the.
There we go.
We've had 3-pitch, 2 out. Are you able to swing at this one?
Yeah.
It's going to be Drees in there.
Drees is back in for McDaniel.
Play number 21, Kaylee Drees.
Swinging. As the sun now over the horizon in the distance. Still some clouds, but the sun is down. So this is an awkward – oh, that's fair ball. That's fair ball.
Oh!
What? Oh, excuse me. I don't know about this.
Ugh.
Yeah, I wonder if you go to first with almost like you sell the call, like step on the bag. But that's a
yeah.
You could have put paint on that ball. It would have painted a great line for you. Oh dear. Well, here comes to Nice Winter coming in.
Number 25, Raylan Nice Winter.
This time of day,
2 outs.
with the sky, it's not dark, but it's not blue.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a tough, although the softballs they're neon yellow. Runner going. Almost got her on the throw.
Yeah, I don't know with softball. It's interesting. I wouldn't think that it would be too much of a factor. I know in baseball it's not a huge factor unless you're an outfielder and the ball gets up into the sky sometimes or above the lights. But the main thing with baseball, softball to me is when pitcher is in sunlight and batter's in shade or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to see that.
Yeah, that's a.
And it's funny, some people are better hitters during the day versus night, or vice versa too. Josh Hamilton, former Texas Rangers hitter, I forget which one he was, but he was so much better. It was almost, I think, day games. I think he couldn't play during day, but at night you couldn't get him out. Blue-eye people hit worse at daytime. Did you just make that up? Okay. Was he? Okay. There we go.
Strike 3. Here we go. It's time. It's now or never. 3 outs to go. As it is. There is a chance until there's not. What we need, I would love to have like crowd cam. Like ball games, you can pan to the fans, fan cam. That's great. You get some tight shots of people. Probably wouldn't do anything like a kiss cam, but
no,
maybe like a dance cam.
Dance cam.
Yeah. That'd be fun. And I feel like if we had someplace, this is just kind of thinking out loud, down the line, like a little studio zone, we could do some different camera angles.
I would like to at some point put a little platform down the lines or maybe the outfield to broadcast softball games. I think it would be neat. Baseball's a little harder, fence is a little bit further away, but
quick 0-2 here. Arms on deck.
Got 9-1-2 coming up for the Lady Tigers here. Fighting Tiger baseball team got 1 out to go down at Hancock County. They're up 7-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Looks like Tristan Wicker still in pitching for the Tigers, trying to get a complete game shutout down there.
I wonder how many hits he's given up.
I haven't seen very many.
Out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Tigers. 0 AA Ava Arms.
Ava Arms coming in. She's done well on the mound. Here's a chance to do some more good stuff from the plate.
Ava switching around, hitting right-handed this time. It's the first time tonight she's batted right-handed, but she hit a shot the other night at Ohio County batting right-handed. So if she does the same thing tonight, the center fielder is going to be hurt.
That was some good contact, just foul. I wonder why she doesn't. Now, I'm speaking out of a position of total ignorance, but with that much right-handed contact and good results, why not do that full time?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, she's a good right-handed hitter, but she's a good left-handed slap hitter too. So and she's fast.
Yeah, I guess it helps to have multiple tools in the arsenal. Mitchum coming in,
and we haven't faced. I don't know. We face a left-handed pitcher this year, but I mean, traditionally, if you were to face a left-hander, she'd probably switch over and bat right more.
Mitchum looking to go yard twice, multi-home run game, maybe. I think she'd settle for getting a hit, getting on base, but
get through there.
But it's, just didn't happen right there, and that's going to make final score 8-2.
Safe travels to Butler County, folks.
We obviously work for Breckinridge County High School, Breckinridge County Schools, but I think there are several positives coming away from this. But one thing's going to be, you hate to play but if those early inning errors are ironed out, that's a different game. And that's something that I would say is encouraging because you can work on that stuff. Practice, experience, that all helps.
Yeah, and we've had a handful of games this year that have honestly kind of gone just about like this one here. But at the end of the day, like we've said, that this is kind of a rebuilding year, and we did some really good things today. You just got to limit those errors on defense, especially the routine plays. But this team doesn't score enough runs that even the 50-50 plays you really need to go your way too.
Yeah.
And then we're hitting line drives that they're catching, and they're hitting bloopers that are dropping. We didn't get those plays, and they did tonight. But they're a good softball team, aggressive, really good pitcher. Made a couple mistakes defensively, but didn't hurt them too bad there. But good effort tonight for the Lady Tigers. Congratulations, Josie, on the home run. The by far the best hit ball of the night for either team. But just got to limit those errors there. Again, Ava Arms, tremendous job pitching for the Lady Tigers. And, that it's weather permitting, we're back in action here on Saturday. And just if Taylor County's canceled. No Taylor County game tomorrow. Got Atherton coming in on Saturday.
Yeah, like you say, there's always another game.
Clear up a few of these mistakes, and we're on the winning side of that game, hopefully. So, yep, always tomorrow or the next day, and before you know it's going to be district tournament. And
right here.
The year goes by fast. The seasons go by fast. But,
they do.
I've enjoyed being with you tonight. We'll have to do it again here. But
the Tiger One takeover.
The Tiger One takeover. I mean, if nothing else, quick game, less than an hour and a half here. So.
All right, yeah, well, for Principal Jonathan Bennett, this is Rob Garrett. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.